Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am Cynthia, also known as Creative Mama of 3 on YouTube and on Instagram, and I'm here to share with you another cosplay outfit that I did in 2019 for my youngest daughter. She wanted to be Heathers from the musical Heathers. At the time, she was very big into Broadway musicals and everything, and naturally me growing up in the 80s, I was very well aware of the Heathers movie. Didn't realize they made it into a musical, so that was a little interesting. But she wanted to be Heathers. So naturally, before I start any cosplay costume, I go hit the thrift stores, usually Goodwill, since we have many Goodwills in my area. So what I was looking for mostly, well, let me show you a picture of Heathers, the costume that we were trying to duplicate here. Now you can see she's wearing a red and black blazer and also a plaid little mini skirt, pleated skirt type of deal. Now I was hopeful, but I wasn't overly optimistic that we were going to find a red blazer. Now at this point in my shopping journey, or shopping adventures, I guess, however you want to call it, I had never made a blazer thus far. So I was a little worried. I was hoping that we could find something similar that I can, mock up and modify. Because sometimes, taking something and just changing one or two aspects is definitely easier, I think, or can be easier than making something from scratch. So we looked and looked and looked, and we found something that was almost perfect. And I'm going to show it to you. I did have to modify it a little bit, so I will explain. This is the jacket that we found. It's a double-breasted with these big gold, well, square gold black buttons. See, right there. And it had the black collar. This is so 80s. If this doesn't scream 80s to you, then I don't know what would, to be honest. So what I had to do with this blazer, and I really wish I would have taken a before picture, is that it was longer. It was probably like 6 inches longer down here. There I am. Hi. So what I did is that since the picture is a double-breasted jacket, and my daughter wasn't that tall then because she was only 13 years old at the time. This was in 2019. So what I did was I cut off probably a good 6 inches off the bottom, and it is lined, so it was a little tricky dealing with the lining as well. But what I did is I started on one side. I marked it with chalk and I cut it on one side, and then I folded the piece that I just cut over to the uncut side so that I can make sure that it was even. And then I just did kind of like a little bit of a seam, about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom, so that I could make sure that the lining was attached to the outer part of the jacket. And then I folded it under and I hemmed it. So that was great. Now the jacket wasn't necessarily her size. Sometimes we can't be picky when we're thrifting. We need to sometimes get what we can get, especially a red double-breasted suit jacket. Well, it was a little too small for her. So what I did is I cut it up the side, and I just inserted a little black piece, a little black piece of fabric. I probably should have used red. The red that I had wasn't the exact same color, but it probably would have blended. It would have blended better than the black. But it was fine. She looked great in it. I'll show you a picture of her in it. What she wore underneath was her chorus shirt. When they did concerts in middle school, she had to wear the choral shirt with a little tie and black pants. So we just used that shirt. She wore that under it. That did not need to be modified in any way. And then I also used the same skirt pattern as my other daughters, this Butterick 6493. But I also used a woven, because naturally I had to use a plaid. And there it is. And I also did the same little box pleats. I don't know. I love this style of skirt when you use a plaid or maybe a stripe, because then the two like reds come together and then it kicks out, and on the underside has that other color in there. I just think that looks really cute. So, yep. So the pattern is for woven, like a little tennis skirt, and a knit, little tennis skirt. That had no closures. It's just pull on and off. And actually with the cotton knit, you can do that. But with this one, as like my other daughters, I put a zipper. This time it matched a little better. It was a nice red zipper. So she wore regular black leggings underneath for comfort and, just so a little more modesty as well. Because she was, like I said, she was only 13. She's not going to be wearing a little short skirt, nothing underneath it. Okay, I'll show you again. Now this fabric I got from, I think I got this also from Hobby Lobby. This one frayed like crazy. It just, I guess it's not printed. It's not like a regular quilter's cotton that you print the pattern on. This is actually a woven fabric. So, which it just meant that I had to zigzag all the stitches, all the seams before I sewed it all together. I just zigzagged to give it some stability. And it came out great. She looked really good in it. So it was nice and comfortable. And yeah, so that was that. She loved it. No one kind of knew who she was. I wish what I should have done, and maybe I'll do this next time. If they're going to be, my girls like to be characters that not everybody knows. So maybe I'll get like those stickers that says "Hello, my name is," and then put their character's name on it, so people can know what she is. So she just wore this with a little set of boots. We didn't have Chucks at the time, so we do now. She loves Chucks, but we didn't have them at the time to finish the costume. So she just wore her little black boots. And then I also made her a scrunchie for her hair out of this fabric, which was great because then she put it in a ponytail, just like the character Heather's do. And it came out really great. I really enjoyed making these costumes. I'm really glad that I was able to find that red blazer, because without the red blazer, it would not have been Heather's costume. It would have just been like a regular schoolgirl costume, I guess. So that was that. Okay, so thank you for watching my video. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of my creations, please subscribe. And I hope where you are that you're having a great day. The sun is shining and you have time to be creative just a little bit every day. Thank you for watching. Bye.